Hi there. Welcome to AshCam. My name's Ash and I'm on cam. And I'm playing Bio Menace today. Bio Menace is one of my favorite games from my childhood, and I think that it's actually the very first game that I bought the full version of. Check out some awesome, good old-fashioned 1990s chiptune style MIDI whatever. Actually, it's ad-lib and Sound Blaster. Is what it is. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I've played this game quite a few times before. I don't really remember everything, but I remember enough. So there's my guy, who totally, his name is Snake. I think his name is Snake. And he is not supposed to be Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. But I've got just very basic mechanics. I can run and walk, I can crouch, jump. If I'm climbing a ladder, I can jump up the ladder, I take no fall damage, and I have a machine gun. There are cheats that will let me do different stuff later, but I'm just going to play the game. So this is I wouldn't call it a special game for me, it's just one that I've played many times, and it's free. You can get it on, I think, Abandonware. So I can't fire full auto unless I pick up machine guns, and so it's just a classic old-fashioned Apogee platformer. There's nothing groundbreaking about it. There's nothing groundbreaking about it, but it's a lot of fun, and it's got a good smooth. I am on hard. I was playing Half-Life 2 earlier, and I was getting absolutely wrecked because I haven't played it in a long time. I mentioned on stream that I haven't really done much gaming other than mobile gaming for probably 5 or 6 years. The controls are not as intuitive or precise as, say, a Mario, but for a PC game from the mid-90s, I would say that it's perfectly acceptable. It's a lot of fun. I can't go up there yet. So I'm going to go back to this apartment building. One of the... do you mind? One of the... I'm dead. You do have lives in this game, so something to be aware of. Also, I'm playing it in a tiny little DOSBox window because when I when I play it full screen, it changes the capture to a tiny little frame. Wow, I am not doing well. Really? Grenade to the face. I guess I am playing it on hard, so everything's going to be a bit more... I don't really know how the capture looks either. Oh. I might have to, So these enemies are they're not super dangerous, but as you can see, I have very low health. A lot of dead people. This game is a very dark game for being such a bright and happy game, but people are just dying left and right. So I gotta play it a little more carefully than I normally would, because one hit is gonna kill me. I don't remember if I have health power-ups in this game. Oh. I almost died there, okay. Enemies, I think they stop being spawned when they're not on screen. So I can stand here and do that all I want, but unless the enemy has appeared on the screen, it's not going to be hit. There's the hostage. I need a blue shard, so I'm going to go up another level. So yeah, it's a lot of fun for this kind of game. I've got to be patient. And you're gonna run. I'm gonna run into variations on these critters later on. This is just in the first level. They're just get off the screen. Get off the screen. When one hit can kill me, or I think 2 hits, it's a really good idea to be cautious. And I haven't played this game in 25 years, so I don't remember every little thing. Go. And I only have one running and walking speed, so I can't do a lot of tight maneuvering. This was the days when side-scroller games were littered with things like test tubes, and you would pick them up for points. Yes, I am getting points on this game. The capture looks pretty good. It's almost 1 for 1. I wasn't able to get DOSBox working with OBS. I tried everything that I could find on the internet, and I just could not get it. I couldn't even get it to appear. If I could have gotten it to appear in a tiny window, I might have tried to make that work, but I couldn't even get it to appear on the screen at the same time. Or at all, really. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I don't take fall damage, which is nice. Go back here to this. This is a little bit of a hidden area. You don't really notice it or think about it, but that's why there's that monster up there. Well. Yeah, so I'm on hard, and I have 2 hit points, and I don't know if I'm picking up any health ever. And I only have 1 life. Whoop. You went. So he jumped off, he killed me, he froze, and then when I came back into the frame where he was, he continued his fall. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, to save memory, it literally doesn't draw anything unless it's on screen, which is pretty normal. I don't know who programmed this game. I know it's from Apogee. This was back when Apogee was really before 3D Realms, or around the same time as 3D Realms. Super gun. Well, let's do 5 times the damage and a 5,000 point thing. I don't know what it is. Okay. First aid kit restores me to full health. Full health is 2 bars. So I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart on normal. Okay. Don't see anybody in the chat, but as the chat thing says, that doesn't mean that there isn't anybody watching. Okay, so I restarted on normal because 2 hit points for a game like this is it's you know, I'd have to be back in my prime gaming years from my teens to really appreciate having 2 hit points of damage. Even now I only have 4, but 4 is... I was walking right past these keys. 4 hit points is plenty. I can make it through the whole game with 4 hit points, I think. I am going to edit these for YouTube. I'm not going to put them up uncut. And I'm not going to worry about timestamps or anything like that. I got the audio. I think I got the audio where it needs to be. See, that time the grenade took him out, and he didn't even barely get hit by it, and it took him out. Grenades. Games back in the day. Just turning my in-ear audio down a little bit. Games back in the day were not overly concerned with realism. So, I mean, their use of the architecture in this game is pretty neat anyway, but can you imagine what these same designers could have done with today's technology? A lot of them are still making games. I follow John Carmack on Twitter because John Carmack is one of my heroes, and every once in a while I fruitlessly tweet at him to get him to port Doom RPG to Android because I really wanted to play an optimized version of Doom. These guys punch of Doom RPG on my phone. I have managed to get the ROM running with an emulator. I did purchase it back when it was actually for sale, so it's not stealing. But I have gotten it to run with an emulator. And once I've managed to play it all the way through. But the problem that I run into with the emulator is that I don't have the physical keys. And Doom RPG is a game that benefits from having tactile feedback.